Hey guys, in this video I'm going to be teaching you a beginner's guide to cross-realm flipping. I'm going to show you exactly how to do it, and I also have a very easy beginner-friendly item that you can start off with some cross-realm flipping. So if you didn't know, cross-realm flipping is where you're buying one item on a cheaper realm and you're moving it over to a realm where it's more expensive. Now this has recently become a lot easier because they have brought out a feature where we can actually trade cross-realm. Before, you would have to buy realm transfers and pay real life money to actually move from realm to realm. Now you can actually do it completely for free. All that you're going to need is 2 accounts. So you do need 2 accounts to do this. They both don't have to have dragonflight. You need to have 2 active accounts, and then what you can do is you can group up with your second account and trade items to a different realm, and that is how you'll be moving items across to a different realm. But you do need 2 accounts, or at least a friend that will help you trade the items across to a different realm. But I do recommend just doing it with 2 accounts. It's very easy once you have it all set up and know what you're doing. Another requirement that I would recommend is TSM. Now TSM is an add-on, which is short for Trade Skill Master. Now this helps a lot with the auction house and also with a bunch of different price data and data about items that you really want to know when you're doing flipping. Now when you're doing cross-realm flipping, I highly recommend coming to settings on TSM once you have it all set up and enable region-wide trading. This will basically keep track on all the different realms, not on one specific realm. So you'll be able to track all your progress and the prices of everything across every single realm instead of just one realm. It's very, very important, and it will help us out a lot. Now, another thing that I highly recommend is turning on the TSM tooltip, your smart average buy. So you want to come down to accounting and you want to turn on purchase information, and this will bring up these 2 things right here, the purchase price, and we'll have a min, average, max price, so that's right there, and then under it will have the smart average buy price of all the items that you've brought. This way you have an average price of all of the items that you've brought. So for an example, if we hover over down the bottom here on our wilder cloth bags, you can see that it has the purchase price, and then it has the smart average buy. So the smart average buy is 10 gold for this example. This becomes very important when you're flipping. It's a great way to keep track of how much you've actually paid for your items that you're going to be flipping. Now when cross-realm flipping, I highly recommend making a bank character on every single realm that you want to be flipping on. And on top of that, I would recommend having a character on every single realm. Like, some realms are connected, the auction houses, so on every different auction house I'd recommend having a character, and you want to make sure that they're the exact same race and all in the same location. So for an example, Stormwind is very easy. You can just make a human character, run it up to this location right here. You can use the auction house. It's got a mailbox, it's got everything you need, and it's very easy to get to with all your bank golds. So what I'd recommend doing on one account, on the account that you want to be selling the items on, I would recommend making a character on every single realm. Now this will be to sell, but it'll also to actually be to buy the items, because you're going to be sourcing the items on a website, and then it will tell you which realm has the cheapest price, and then you want to log on that realm and buy that item up right away before anyone else gets a chance of buying that good deal before you. This is why it's really important to have at least one character on every single auction house. So on all the realms that are not connected, having a character on pretty much every single realm. This way you can log on real quickly once you find a deal and you can grab that item. You don't have to create a character on that realm and run all the way to the auction house, because that would take very long. You're better off having a character on every single realm. Now if you would like a more in-depth guide on how to actually do this, you can find all of that inside of my flipping guide. Plus you'll get my TSM groups and operations for TSM, which you can import straight to your TSM, and you'll have all the groups and operations that I've made. Now the groups are full of items that I recommend flipping that I've handpicked over the last multiple years. So they're all really good items that I personally recommend flipping. And personally, I've made a lot of gold from flipping these items. And if you'd like to check out the flipping guide, it'll be the first link down below in the description box. But let's keep going with this video. So here is an example of having a character on every single realm. As you can see, we've got a bunch of characters, and this is what you want to have so you can log into all the realms right away. Even if you're not selling on all of the realms, it's always good to have a character on every single realm. Alright, so what I'm going to show you next is how to actually move the items across to different realms and how to do the whole process of cross realm flipping. So I'll show you a flip that you too can do, and this item is on the WOTLK bags. Now this is just an example item, and it's great for beginners to start with because it's cheap and you can still make some gold from it, and it's not risky like flipping rares and collectibles. When you're not experienced and knowing what you're doing, it's a great item to start off with. So any beginner out there that is just wanting to get into cross realm flipping, I'd recommend giving this a go with WOTLK bags. Now I'll do this in this video and I'll show you exactly how it all works and how you too can do it. But this is just an example item, and it's a great item for beginners. But just picture this process with more valuable, expensive items. Now, if you want to actually know the best items to cross realm flip with, in the flipping guide, I have a bunch of different items inside of my TSM groups, but I also have a list inside of the flipping guide of the top 100 items to cross realm flip with. So I'd recommend doing it with those, the top 100 items to actually cross realm flip with. But in this video, for an example, we're going to be doing it with the WOTLK bags. So this is how it works. So once you know the item that you want to cross realm flip with, if you have the flipping guide like I said, I'd recommend using the top 100 list. There's some really good items to cross realm flip with that I've made millions of gold cross realm flipping. But once you have your item, you want to head over to this website, and it's called undermine.exchange. And this is a website that will show you all the different prices across all the different realms, and it shows you some extra data that is very useful. So when you're doing this and you want to cross realm flip, you can see this number right here, and this is across on the current cheapest, or on the current line. And what it does is it will show you the very cheapest price right here, the medium, and then the max. And so what you can do is you can look at this number. So we can see that the lowest price among the US realms right now is 12 gold. So one of the realms have these for sale for only 12 gold. Now what we can do is we can actually scroll down the bottom here, and there's this spot right here. And what this chart actually shows and what it means is the actual prices across all the different realms. So if we hover over here, we can see, like for an example, Silver Moon, they're selling for 69 gold at the moment, and there's 436 of them posted on that realm. If we move away up, you can see the prices going up, and they're all different realms. So what you can do, you can come down to this bottom spot right here, and you actually filter the realms. And what we're going to do is click on price, and we're going to make it so it shows us the cheapest price of the WOTLK bags, and it will show it right here. So this is the very cheapest realm with the WOTLK bag. So if we click on here, we can actually see what is listed. So there's a bunch of them. There's 20 for 12 gold, there's 47 for 13 gold, 50 silver more, there's another 40. So there's a lot of really cheap WOTLK bags here. Now what we can do once we've found the realm where they're very cheap on, this is the realm that we're actually going to be buying them off. Before we go ahead and buy them, we can sort it so it shows the highest realms. So as you can see, there's some realms selling them for 300 gold, and this is the minimum price on their auction house, on this realm's auction house. So the minimum price is 300 on Ravencrest. We can go down and we can find a realm that we want to sell on. Now with this, I would recommend selling on a high pop server, because then you'll just see these bags sell extremely quickly. So for an example, I know Warsong, it's a full pop realm, and we have a character on there ready to go. So what we'll be doing is we'll be buying the WOTLK bags for around 12 to 13 gold each, and then we'll be trying to resell them on Warsong for 175 gold each. So this is over 100% ROI, and it's a great way to get your foot into cross-realm flipping and to learn how it actually works and what it feels like. So now we know the realms that we're going to be buying and selling on. We want to go ahead and head over to this realm right here, which is Kel'Thuzar's, I believe that's how you say it. So let's head over there right now, and we'll go ahead and we'll buy up some of these bags to move over to Warsong. Alright, so we're on the realm page where you can pick the realm. I believe Kel'Thuzar is a Oceanic. Yes it is. So here's the realm right here. What we'll do is we'll log into this realm, log into our bank character on this realm. Alright, so now we're on the realm. We just want to go to the auction house and let's search up the WOTLK bags. WOTLK bag. There we go. So as you can see, here are they for only 12 gold each. Now remember, we're going to be selling these for over 100 gold, 175 gold each. So we can buy a whole heap of these if we want. Now let's go ahead and just buy up a few. Let's grab maybe 20 or so. And so what we're going to do is buy these up, and then I'll show you how to actually move them over to a different realm. Now when you're just getting started, you don't have to buy too many, but what you could do, even with this item, is you could buy a lot of these and you could spread them out across multiple different realms, and you could be selling these for a way higher price on not just one realm, but a bunch of different realms. So you could sit here and you could buy out all of these and then just spread them across all the different auction houses where they're worth a decent amount of profit. So we've got maybe around 20 of them for an example run right here. Let's go ahead and grab these out of the mailbox. There they are. So let's open up all of these and get them. Alright, so as you can see, we've got all the bags right here. Our smart average buy cost is only 12 gold, so very cheap for all these bags. And now what we're going to do is we're going to invite our second account. Let's go ahead. I think I've got it added on battle tag. Oh, it's not online at the moment, so let's log in to the second account. And now on the second account, it does not matter what realm you're on, because you're going to be trading them back to the first account on the realm you want to sell on. So I like to buy on one account and sell on the same account. The second account is basically just for trading the items over to cross realm trade them. So now that we're logged into the game, what we're going to do is we're going to invite our second account, join the group, and what this will do is it will bring these two characters to the same realm. As you can see, we're standing next to each other now. We can go ahead and we can simply open up a trade window, and we can trade all of the bags over to the second account. And then we just simply accept on the second account, and as you can see, we've moved them from a different realm to a completely different realm. Now on this second account right here, we're going to fill this up with everything that we've brought, and then what we're going to do is trade it from this realm back to the realm that we brought them on, and we're going to sell on that other realm. And like we looked on Undermine Exchange, Warsong had a really good price, around 175 gold each, so that is the realm that we're going to be moving them to. So you just keep on trading them over until you've got all the stock on the storing account, the second account. And there we go, we've got all of the bags on the second account now. So what we can do is we can log out on this account or on this realm, and we'll head over to Warsong where the price was a lot better. So let's go ahead and jump over there now. Let's go down to Warsong. Warsong. There it is. Now we're going to go on Warsong, and we're going to do the same process to move them over to Warsong now. So at the moment, they're all on the second account, the holding account. Once we log in here, we'll group up again so they phase to the same realm, and then we can go ahead and start trading them. And then just like that, we will have moved them from the cheap realm where they were 12 gold to a realm where they're worth 175 gold, I'm pretty sure it is. So let's go ahead, let's invite the second account. Accept the group invite, wait till we phase in together. There we go, we've phased to the same realm. and start trading over the bags to the Warsong realm. And just like that, now we have the items on Warsong where they're a much better price. So repeat this process till we have all the items over on the realm that we want to have transferred over. Alright, so there we go, we've got all the bags moved over to Warsong, the realm with a much better price, and then what you simply do is start selling them. Now I highly recommend using TSM. TSM makes everything to do with the auction house so much easier. Alright, so let's go ahead and post these up on the auction house with TSM. So we have a group here that we just made for these bags, and what it's going to do is post 10 of the bags at a time, and it's only going to post them for 12 hours because we're going to be selling them before them or undercutting them before them. So what you want to do is just head over to auctioning, click on run post scan. Now I think someone has posted like 100 of them for about 100 gold. We could move to another round where it's still like 170 or really high, but we're still going to be making a good amount of profit, going from 12 gold up to 100 gold each. So let's go ahead and post these up in the auction house. As you can see, it's going to post 10 at a time. So let's go ahead and post these up on the auction house. And now this is a pretty fast selling item. And now if you're just doing this to test out cross realm flipping, what I would recommend doing, look at that, we already sold one instantly. They're already selling. So see how easy it is? Just like that, we've posted them up and they're selling right away. Now this is a really quick selling items. When you start flipping like collectibles and rare items that I personally flip myself, that I recommend other people cross realm flipping, they do take longer to sell. So when you're doing them, you don't need to do as many cancel scans and things like that. You can pretty much post them for 48 hours and you can set and forget them and move on, come back in 2 days and then repost them all at a competitive price. So as you can see, we've already got some selling. Now what you could do is you could run a cancel scan, make sure no one's undercut you. We can go ahead and post a few more up because we just sold some. Let's go ahead and post some more. So basically this is how cross realm flipping works. Now you are going to make some gold by flipping the WOTLK bags, but you can make a lot more gold by cross realm flipping other items. Now all of the items that are the best to cross realm flip are inside of my flipping guide, which will be the first link down below in the description box. But if you are just a beginner and you want to try this out, even if you own the flipping guide, I would recommend giving these WOTLK bags a go. They're super cheap, you're not going to get rich off it, but it's a great way to learn how to cross realm flip, and it shows you how the process actually works, and you can go out and do this yourself and not risk any gold whatsoever. You're only going to be paying what? We're paying 12 to 13 gold each for the bags. So it's not a risky flip whatsoever at all. It's a great way for all the beginners. If you have 2 accounts, I'd recommend giving this a go. And then once you figure out how this all works and you're all set up ready to go, move into items that you can make a lot more profit from. And like I said, we have a list in the flipping guide of the top 100 items to cross realm flip that will make you the most amount of profit. So guys, hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit the thumbs up button and remember to subscribe to the channel for more flipping and gold making content. And also, if you would like to learn exactly how to flip 5 different methods in retail, you can find all of that inside of my flipping guide, plus you'll get my TSM groups and operations with all the items that I recommend flipping, and the operations are all set up so you pretty much can never go wrong with a flip. You'll only be selling them at a profitable price no matter what. So it's very beginner friendly. You can plug it into TSM and off you go cross realm flipping, or you can do the other methods that are inside of the flipping guide. That'll be the first link down below in the description box if you want to go ahead and check that out. Until the next video.